Welcome back to the original box set Shadowrun podcast. Zamara has been laying low since her biopsy confirmed the brain tumor that's killing her. Even avoiding AR when she goes out doesn't keep the glitches at bay, so she's holed herself up in her apartment. Unpacking and organizing can only keep her boredom at bay for so long. And soon she's back at her deck, helping Kat with coding, and sorting through the gigs of data she'd stolen from Aegis Safeguard Securities before her diagnosis. It's only a matter of time before her next glitch, but she thinks she can get through the data before it happens. Our GM is Max, and Zamara is played by Sarah. We hope you enjoy listening.
Where is Zamora at this point in time? Where do we want to start at?
New apartment.
New apartment. It's nice, too. Good view of the waterfront from where you're at. You're a lot closer to some of the downtown waterfront area. You can see the SeaTac runway, just like the back corner of it, so it gives a nice little cool light drop, lights displayed. You can see the planes coming in and landing. You're looking and you can see it in the distance. Pretty far, and there's lots of rain. Is it daytime or nighttime?
Let's say nighttime.
Okay, so it's nighttime, it's dark, the lights of the city are brilliant. All of the nearby buildings are illuminated in the varieties of colors. There's, if they have a sign or advertisement scrolling across it, or different names here and there, it's beautiful to look at, especially if you're pretty heavy into the city scene. Now, is Sitting Eagle still around?
I don't know. I think he probably would have had to go back and manage the store.
Yeah, he's probably already gone, considering you said it's nighttime. He's on the road, driving back. So, what we're looking at, it's nighttime, it's raining, you've had a lot going on, your husband just recently left some of his stuff at your apartment as well, so he's making the attempts to finally move in some. He left, but not without leaving some goodbye notes, as, he wrote you a little soppy letter. So I'm assuming you're getting up in the nighttime?
Yeah. Probably would have taken a nap after he left. Got up, made some food or ordered out.
Okay.
Made sure Kat had everything that she needed.
She's got open her game that she put up on Gaslight. It's currently had a bug issue come up, and so she's got several windows open up as she's working on the programming to figure out exactly where the bug is. You have noticed that her style of bug solving is not the greatest, as she opens up the code and begins pawing at and chasing the little bugs around and just sliding code and stuff. It's pretty sloppy, but she seems to be effective, as she has now hit the 2K marker of number of people who've downloaded it.
That's awesome.
So that's what Kat's doing right now. Busy working.
I will go kind of look over her shoulder and see if I can kind of help her out. Give her a little, a pointer or two about debugging stuff.
I'm going to say that she's got a software skill about 2 and a logic about 3, so she's only messing around with 5 dice.
Okay.
And you could probably buy 2, maybe 3 successes.
2.
Yeah, so, you can help her out. So you spend a couple of minutes at least spending time with your cat, helping her debug her program. And the happy dice sits there and says she's very happy for you to assist her with, this. And she asks if you want to put a monster into the game itself so that there's something at least worthwhile that, you've helped out with too.
Yeah.
She's created a puzzle-based RPG game which allows your character, who is a cat, to run around a series of mazes fighting off. There are 2 main different types of enemies. One are the minion-type enemies, and they are rats and mice. And then the larger enemies are dogs. And so your objective is to always try to avoid dogs, because you can't actually fight them. And you can fight mice and rats. Rats tend to be a little bit harder. And she starts going off about how the complexity, the role-playing aspects, and it all seems okay, but rather dry. It's kind of like a funky RPG puzzle pick-a-path.
Okay. I would say bring in kind of like a throwback thing and put one of those analog vacuum cleaners. Like the one with the big scary light on the front of it that makes a lot of noise that comes at you.
Oh yeah, definitely. She can definitely see that adding into a puzzle effect. So I'll go ahead and get you to do a programming software. So you probably pop open a couple of windows and start helping her do some coding.
Yeah. So I also want to say that maybe the cat can get a speed bonus and get a Roomba, like later.
She'll think about programming that in.
Thanks.
All right, so you spend a couple of moments and build a puzzle room scene in which an old vacuum cleaner comes out and begins sucking up pieces and kind of have to dodge around it. So you guys have some fun just writing silly little code for some game to be sold by to be sold onto this platform to people.
Excellent. Well, I know we discussed the paid data, but the stuff for Luciano, we already got the details on that, right?
No.
Oh, well then we should...
You've been so busy with your own personal issues that the security cameras have been on the back burner for a couple of months now.
And I guess I should probably look at that data.
You've got a lot of vid files. You've gone through some of them playing around. You haven't actually looked at the one that you were hired to do, but then again, they haven't called you, so hey, must not be a big deal, right?
Right.
Okay, so you spend some time playing with Kat, working on her video game with her. You sit down, it's nighttime, it's now past midnight, as you realize, hey, your food arrived. I don't know what you ate. Some sort of carb-filled, cheese-covered, sauce-induced.
No, something light for probably a restaurant, something light, maybe some noodle, vegetable things.
So you ordered a home delivery salad?
Sure.
Yes.
Some good stuff, maybe some soy chicken.
You're at the point of looking at the videos. What about this video do we want to look at first? Because you gathered quite a bit. You probably hit the systems for several months. The ability to move files that large aren't that hard. Aegis Safeguard Securities probably retains up to 2 years of information. Did you want to grab all 2 years?
I wanted to grab as much as possible.
So you've probably retained all 2 years of that house's security feed, as well as 2 years from every other source that you picked up.
Right.
So it was a pretty hefty move. What of this video file do you want to look at?
So refresh my memory on what specifically I'm looking for. I'm looking to see if What's-Her-Face is still alive, right? Jessica?
Yeah, you've been told that the person, look through the video, see who's been here, who put this lipstick here. That's what you're looking for.
Right.
Because apparently there's a woman, her name is Jessica, and it might have been her, or maybe it's the mother-in-law called Brenda, and she's did it for some whatever weird reason.
Okay. So I would probably skim through the video and grab screenshots of all the people's faces that have been in the house. Even if they're maids, even if they're like workers, that kind of thing, just grab a bunch of screenshots of faces just so I can look through them later.
Okay. You're going through 2 years of video looking for faces.
Right.
That's going to take you probably about a couple of months to do. I mean, are you like zipping through it, fast forwarding?
Yeah.
Sure, you can manually do it. You can manually do that. I'm just saying that there are computer programs that can be written to do this kind of crap.
Okay, well, then let's do that then.
So you want to write a program that will do what?
I guess it would be facial recognition and screen grabs.
Facial recognition, screen grab. Now, of course, with this knowledge, there's probably already a program out there. Your character's really good at programming. I don't know if you feel like wasting your time being sociable.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't like being social.
It's going to take an hour for you to get this program written up. And then we're going to say that since it's going through 2 years, and this program has your deck to work with, it's going to take probably about 6 hours in total.
Okay.
The processing power of your deck alone, 6 hours. You could probably make it go faster if you toss Kuma in there, but that's going to take one of your...
Yeah, 6 hours should be fine. That means I can keep sorting stuff around the house, maybe help Kat.
Okay. Sorting things. What do you mean sorting things? Like getting things out of boxes?
Yeah, like continuation of putting stuff up, seeing if I need anything, making sure I'm stocked up on toilet paper. You know, adult things.
Adult things. You begin to adult around the apartment, looking at boxes, folding them up. You have had a rather busy last week. It has been tiring. As you stop, you realize you ate at 6 a.m. with Sitting Eagle, and it is now 6 a.m. again. Because your head is pounding. But then you're like, wait a minute. I ate food. I made an order. And you're thinking for a moment, and you're like, I ate food. And you begin looking around. You don't see any food. And so at this point in time, you've stopped what you're doing. You know you ordered food. You know it was stuff. It was vegetarian. It had some chicken soy in it. But you don't see any wrappers. You don't see any boxes.
I'm going to check in the trash just to see if I accidentally threw it away. Maybe I put it somewhere.
No, not in the trash. Where would you put food?
Refrigerator.
The refrigerator has just a few items stocked in it, like beforehand: water, bread, milk, soy milk, or almond milk, I think you would have.
Yeah.
Crackers, leftovers from your takeout the other night with Sitting Eagle.
I'll check my account, receipts, transactions.
You haven't purchased anything in several hours. No deduction, no pre-planned deduction, no use of your card. And those people are really fast about pulling their money. It's been hours since you've made any kind of transaction, and nothing to a delivery place that brings salad around.
Oh my god. I'm losing my mind. Okay. I'll grab something like leftovers from the fridge from whatever Sitting Eagle.
Yeah, not a problem. You shove some Chinese takeout into your face. You're very aware at this point in time you're eating food. You remember eating salad with the soy chicken and the whatever, but your mind seems foggy at this point in time as to whether you did or not, and your stomach, on the other hand, disagrees completely.
Excellent. Okay. Yep. Gonna keep that in the back of my mind and try to remind myself to eat actual food.
Okay. Finally, your face recognition screenshot program pops up and goes...
Okay. Then I will start looking at the screenshots.
One of the first images you find, because you said you go backwards...
Yeah, like from today's date backwards to see...
is an image of Brenda Van Zant in the driveway in a white SUV. She's getting out of the rear driver's side door. She's got sunglasses on, but she takes them off immediately. She is got a slim figure. She's dressed incredibly well. She has several like little lapel pins on, a tiny little purse, and this horrific-looking little dog that jumps out of the SUV behind her. Two large, thick-necked bruisers step out of the driver's seat and front passenger seat, and so you get facial regs of them. A quick search comes up with their names being Lucius Knott, Gordon Burke. Burke and Knott both work for Aegis Safeguard Security. There are personal hireable protection. And just to re-up Aegis Safeguard Securities, you have found information that links them to Arcadia, right? We've already covered that. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's no new information. The SUV shows up. They're getting out. And as they get out, she pulls her sunglasses up. They start walking toward the door. And instantaneously, there's no SUV, no people, no nothing.
Right.
And then it's just back to normal. The woman, you identify her as Brenda Van Zant, and she is a corp exec for Arcadia.
Right.
Yeah, she used to be one of your bosses. I'm pretty sure you would recognize her face.
Yeah. She's one of my boss's bosses. We hated whenever she came into the office. We always had to dress up.
And the plants would wilt.
That too.
It's amazing how plastic plants wilt.
Yeah. I die a little inside too.
So, you recognize her, she gets out, and like I said, she gets out of this SUV and instantly disappears. The SUV disappears, she disappears, the people disappear, the tire tracks into the driveway disappeared like the moment afterwards in the video.
Okay. Going back before then, I guess I'm looking for Jessica, like actually coming into the house, or the last time Jessica was at the house.
Okay. So, bringing up that spread of pictures that you've got, you immediately go to the one which you've identified to being Jessica, the most recent one, and it is that time period. We're just going to kind of like do an overlay of what goes on within the hour of her being there. Is she's in the house, she's getting out of the shower. She, for 30-year-old human woman, has a smoking hot, rocking hard body because she walks around the house butt-ass naked, and, you know, these things are being filmed. You'd think she'd put some clothes on. Nah, whatever. She gets dressed, she goes into the gun room, that secret room that you saw in the video. She gets out this tiny little dainty gun and puts it into her outfit, as she's got like her little purse. She begins making some phone calls and whatnot.
I'll listen to the audio on that call, just to see if she says who she's talking to or where she's going.
You can do a lot of things. Remember, you have CIS level magnification skills. I mean, well, not really, but, you know, there's only so many pixels you can enhance.
Right.
Listening to the audio, she goes,
Hi. Yes, I was given this number because I was told that you would be able to help me hire a professional bodyguard, who works discreetly. Yes. I need one tomorrow night. No, it's not like that. I'm gonna be in a public place, and, well, the person I'm gonna be meeting, I don't really respect him anymore. I just want to make sure that I have somebody around me that, you know, who's gonna, you know, look intimidating, who can actually, you know, in case something bad happens, because I don't trust him anymore.
that's just, and you can tell she's a little teared up, and she's...
But I just need somebody to be there with me. Yeah, I don't care who you have to call. Yeah, that's fine. Well, yeah. If he looks good, that's gonna help too. You know, make him jealous a little bit. Not the bodyguard, never mind. I should meet him somewhere. Like I don't know how to do these things. A park? Fine, a park. We can, you know, what? What about that downtown park near the bridge to, you know, that Council Island? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. What? Fine, whatever. Amount? Just do standard? Yeah, that's fine. I don't know how much that is. Look, I'll just give you my information later, okay? This is too complicated.
She hangs up.
Am I able to get a screenshot of the number that she called?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that.
You want to search it real quick?
Yeah.
It comes up with a place called Der Biergarten.
Which was pen written in onto the backside of a card that she pulled out of her wallet. And then she punched in the number.
Okay.
So what do you want to do now? You got this nice video in front of you.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the video of Brenda and I guess listen to the audio or see if I can find anything on the audio.
Whoever messed with this was not smart enough to delete or change the audio because the file still has that section in it. You hear Miss Van Zant walk up.
You two idiots. Don't break anything while we're here. The truck in here is more expensive than you can afford. Oh, God. There's still food in this bowl. You, go dump that into the bushes.
And he goes,
My name is Burke.
and she goes,
And I don't care.
and you hear some noise, and he just doesn't, you don't know if it happens or not. You don't hear bowl, but you hear the door opens up. Audio sounds of the security system. You hear her clopping around in her oversized heels as she begins moving around. You don't see her in any of the videos linked to it. You just hear her.
God, what a loser.
Bad-mouthing Luciano.
My daughter could have done better. Can't believe this.
You hear her rustling through stuff.
Oh, for the love of God, where the hell would he put this track? He probably hid it someplace stupid, like under his pillow.
And you hear noises and rustling around.
God damn. Oh, here it is. Oh, fuck. Leno doesn't know how to goddamn well write. You, take this and read the numbers out to me.
And you hear the male voice sit there and say,
Yes, ma'am. I can read this.
and he reads out a series of numbers. You hear punching sounds to a security box, some noise, and she laughs.
Oh, he left behind some cred sticks and IDs. Who wants to go shopping?
And you hear like a noise from one of the gentlemen, and she's like,
I wasn't talking to you. Haven't you heard of a rhetorical question? This is my money. God, surrounded by idiots. Now, somewhere in this hellhole shanty, there's a gun room. Help me find it, and you might get an extra toy to play with.
and then you hear rustling for like the next hour. Her bitching,
How can you not find one fucking room? You two are useless idiots.
and that is the way the rest of the recording goes, so she finally gives the fuck up and leaves. And then suddenly there's some fucked up shit happens, and in the master bedroom, a safety deposit box magically reappears in the video from underneath the bed. It's like whoever did the editing started too late and they didn't clean their shit up.
Okay.
And so you see it, just suddenly safety deposit box in the room open. And from what you know, from where the safety deposit box sits, less than a meter behind them is the secret wall that leads into the gun room.
Yeah. Okay. So they have all the information that was in that safety deposit box.
Correct. And do you remember what Luciano was complaining about? I'll remind you. He would say, that bitch took all my money.
Oh, sucks to be him. Okay.
And then you see something happen in the video. The back door in the main master bedroom attaches to a balcony. You know, you watch people use it as you were there. It pops open and begins to slowly swing open by itself. And then at some point it stops. And then it starts to swing back by itself. Then the handle turns gently and the door shuts. And the handle pops back up. Make a willpower roll. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's called composure.
4.
4 successes. You are not creeped out, but you're definitely unnerved. Doors don't do that. They just don't. Cat, on the other hand, immediately jumps. As you realize she's been watching this entire time, she jumps and runs.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Are there any mirrors in the room? Does the carpet, indent? Where, can I tell that somebody's walking around?
You have to make a save versus the spell when it was cast.
Holy shit!
Because you're viewing the manipulation effect of it. So, let's see what it is.
This is exciting.
Intuition plus logic.
Oh, I have dice for that.
Yeah, break it down. Resist that spell. See through the deception.
5.
All right, that's not enough.
Damn it.
You don't see any carpet movement, but you do see what looks like eerie, shadowy, like waves move in front of the mirrors. Only in the mirrors do you see anything.
Oh, okay.
It looks like distortion.
Like the Predator has a telltale shimmer whenever he walks into a room.
Yeah, but just cut that in like half.
Okay.
Because he has sharp edges, this is kind of more like a fuzz.
Okay. I will also grab that video and put it on the drive.
You notice as you do that, as you're doing stuff, the safety deposit box goes back underneath the bed. The door to the gun room opens up. A drawer on a shelf by underneath the mirror slides open, and you see a thing of lipstick shuffle and disappear. And then the lipstick gets put onto the, appears without his cap on the actual desktop, the tabletop, and then the cap appears next to it. And you hear noise from inside the gun room. There is no video for the gun room. You can't see in there. But you can see in the mirror that a bottom drawer opens up, and you can see, by best description at this point, because you have to do a little bit manipulating, little guns, several of them, all start go plop, 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 and just disappear out of existence. Guns, the ammunition clips, because remember when I was describing it to John, the whole room is well organized. He made those felt-covered plastic bits of foam and softness for each gun have a cookie-cutter imprint into each drawer, so it looks fancy. So there was 4 small guns and 4 small clips that went along with each of the guns. That just disappeared.
Very exciting. All of that I'm seeing, I'm just taking that slice of video and like putting it on there.
Okay. Download the videos. So you close out the video, and everything about your deck immediately powers down. Off.
By itself?
By itself.
I'll turn it back on.
Boo! It comes back on.
I'll run a diagnostic real quick on it to see why it shut down.
All right. This will be a computer plus logic roll. 6 successes. You begin prying for a moment or two. You begin doing some searches through the information. You bring up the log. The log immediately tells you that you told it to shut down. What do you want to do?
Look for... I guess I need to check and make sure, or see if there's any marks on my deck.
Or you're like, at that point in time, your mind system goes, oh shit. Go ahead and make me a composure test. Because if somebody's got marks on your system, that means you're compromised. That means your new place is compromised, and everything you just got finished setting up is just...
4.
Holding on to whatever you can, just as you bring it up, the file menu pops up and sits there and says, yes, there are marks on your system. 3 of them.
Okay.
Marks fall off when you turn a system on and off, by the way. So since you've turned your system back on, somehow 3 marks have appeared.
How do I trace those marks? How do I like look and see who they're from?
There's a program called Tracing.
Yeah.
Computer intuition, data processing is your limit.
Also 6.
All right. You begin doing necessary search information to identify where these marks are coming from. They're coming from your own deck. Your deck is inviting marks from someone outside. Make another composure roll. As you're now starting to freak the fuck out, your deck is going against you.
Sounds insane. We have 5 this time.
You're holding on to as much as you can of your senses. There most likely is a program that has been installed onto your deck that is spoofing your deck to say, hey, you want to invite a mark from that person. You want to invite a mark from that person. And then that program has a specialty function that, by the way, if I ever shut down for any reason, I'll come right back.
Okay, so how do I find that program?
It's running silently on your deck somewhere.
Okay. So let's find that program so we can turn shit off.
Okay. Matrix perception, last one, computer intuition.
6.
All right. Now I want you to roll your logic plus your sleaze.
5.
5. As you break through the encoding on this spoof program, shutdown, reboot, whatever the hell this thing is, whoever wrote it was fucking badass. With your 6 successes, you were able to defeat their 5 successes. And then as you get into the program, you realize this is your coding. You wrote it.
What? What?
So as you stop for a moment and you realize this is your program. You've written this program before. You've implemented this program before in the past. This is shit you use. You want to fuck with somebody, you drop this spoof program into their deck so it comes in every once in a while and just tells it to do random shit. It's fun. It's fun. This is fun kind of stuff. But somehow your program was implemented onto your deck and is now inviting marks and giving those marks out to someone out, getting marks from someone outside. You don't even know who the marks are for.
Is there a way that I can, can I trace the marks? I would like to identify the marks and delete this program off of my deck.
Alright, deleting is not a big deal. It's an edit file check. Deleting the file will not remove the marks. You have to remove the marks, you have to remove the file. So which one do you want to do first?
Do I have to identify the marks first and then delete them, or can I identify them after?
You can identify them after, yes.
Okay, I'm going to delete the marks first.
Alright.
I'll take 2 marks off. 8, so it would be 6.
So you knock off 2 very quickly. Those marks disappear. You're taking a quick image, of the actual mark before you get rid of them all. And at this point in time, the program itself invites another mark. That's what it's attempting to do. It fails. Okay. It fails, and something very odd happens at the same time. As the spoof program that you wrote brings in a new mark, that mark immediately turns into digital garbage. It becomes a mark for maybe a few seconds. So there's technically you can see the 3 marks on your system. So you got your little icon running, you see the little 3 marks. 2 of the marks fall off, and another one immediately tries to plant itself, but then it falls into digital garbage on the ground. The other marks that you erased, they're gone. This mark, for some reason, is now sitting there on the ground like a mess.
Yeah, okay, so I'll go ahead and delete the next mark, and then delete the program. I'll just buy successes.
Done. The last mark immediately disappears. As it does so, you notice that spot of data garbage is now almost doubled in size. This data thing of what looks to best be described as digital pixelations has started to grow.
Okay, let me get rid of the spoof program first. I'll just delete it.
Computer plus logic, and then roll your data processing user limit, and then you must roll your own intuition and firewall versus your successes. If you win the first test, you shut it down. If you win the second test, you don't shut your own program down, and you resist your attempts. You're fighting yourself somewhat, yeah.
Oh.
It's your program, so it's your intuition and your firewall you're fighting against.
Okay.
So at this point in time, you're messing with this like, damn, this is really hard to do. Oh, does this mean I'm really good at my job?
Okay, so I got 7 successes to delete the program.
And your data processing limit is?
6.
So you've got 6 successes. Now you're rolling your intuition and firewall. If you roll really good, you fail.
I only got 2. Okay. Does that mean I'm good at my job or bad at my job?
I will let you make that decision on your own. You shut down the spoofing program, deleting it into exile. That data blob on the ground has now become about a 6-inch diameter collection of digital sparks and pixels and white colored lines with blue highlights going around in squares and geometric shapes.
Is there a way I can identify it, I guess, is the first thing I probably need to do.
Computer theory.
Computer theory? What does that run on? Logic?
Logic plus computer theory.
Okay, so I guess I'm just doing logic then.
Then you're defaulting.
I only got 2.
You have no idea what the heck this is in front of you or why it exists.
Oh, shit.
Alright, so you try to pick it up, and for some reason, it seems as if it's unmovable, not in the sense that it is an object adhered to a location in the Matrix, because all objects are technically movable. This thing seems to have an incredible amount of, I'd describe it as weight to this location. If you were to walk up to a host and begin pushing a host around, you're not going to move a host, because they're pinned to a point in the Matrix by some very deep roots, as I'd best be describing it. This thing seems to have become rooted. It is now the size of about a 1 foot diameter basketball, flat for the most part, except it seems to have piled up just a little bit in the center of these geometric shapes of white and blue.
Okay. Oh my god. What can I do? Yeah, I'm freaking out too, Kat. I'm freaking out too. Shit. Is there a way to build a wall around it?
You want to program some sort of security measure to protect it?
Okay.
It's no longer a mark. Marks are generally just like tiny bits of data. This has grown into what best to be described as a file. So edit file is the right direction to go in. Go ahead. What were you saying?
It's a file?
Yes, it's no longer a mark. It's like it's a file.
Can I read the file? This seems bad.
You would have to open the file, so you're going to open it?
Would it be better to put a protection around it first?
I don't know. You failed your computer theory roll.
Damn it.
Should have stayed in school longer.
I know. I should have got a master's instead of just a BA. Yeah, screw it. Let's open it.
Alright. As it begins piling higher and whatnot, and you begin to try to decide to do a protection, what are you going to do? You're like, fuck, this is a file. Let's just frag it. Let's open this sucker. And you do. And you are suddenly hot send in without your control. You can feel it. The sensation. Everything. The matrix around you. The touch. The feel. Everything becomes completely immersed in the matrix.
Okay. Okay.
By the way, you're not immersed in the matrix through your deck, it looks like.
Okay.
When you opened it, that bubbling geometric pile that was in the middle of the circle ever expanding suddenly rushed toward the sides, and when those geometric shapes hit the sides, they begin scattering out, not increasing in number, so there's like these shapes traveling in all directions, and they just disappear on the horizon very quickly, and you can feel the flow of data around you.
Oh. Is there anything like around me? Is it just like I see my apartment, but in...
Yeah, you see your apartment, you see the icon for the apartment complex, you see the icon for your computer sitting nearby, you see a cat kind of icon, you're in the matrix. You can see data flows and advertisements and spam here and there. You can see the corporate arcologies floating around in their big host above you, a massive swirl. You can see the library access. You can see the city works. You can see all sorts of stuff with the highway Lone Star.
Holy shit. I'll send a message to Kat to see... Okay. Ask her what I'm doing right now. What is my body doing?
You could probably open like a video file, a video to your apartment through either your deck or something that you have a camera attached to.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yes.
You are currently laying on the ground, like passed out.
Oh, good. Probably have a concussion. What is Kat doing?
Sitting nearby, paying attention to your body?
Where's Kuma?
You have no idea. Most likely where you left him last.
I'll call Kuma.
Okay. Bam! From your deck, Kuma appears. Big owlbearliness. The deck is still on the ground. Its active icon off to one side. Your owlbear Kuma appears. Cat's now paying attention to kind of see what's going on with what's in the matrix. Watching you guys. What do you want to do?
I don't know, I'm kind of freaked out.
Alright, you're kind of freaked out. Well, it doesn't end there, and it doesn't end well, because at this point in time, as you're looking at Kuma's looking at you, the video feed shows that you're coming conscious. And you sit up. And you're looking around. And you look at your hands, and you start to stand up.
Ooh, no. No, that's not good. No. Can I get out of here? I need to get out of here. I need to get back to my body. How do I get back to my body?
Logic plus computer theory at this point. Your body now stands up and picks up your apartment keys, looks at them, and then sees a door.
3?
Somehow you've jacked into the Matrix without your deck. Your body heads over to the door and begins looking at it like it's never seen a door before. And looking around the rest of the room. Cat is now at the base of your body. That's how we're going to describe it.
Okay. So, I'm in the Matrix. I'm part of the system. I should be able to stop this file. Like, close the file. Like, get out of the file. Like, close the file.
Fair enough. Right. Of course.
Right. Need to close file.
Closing a file is an edit file maneuver. While you're going to do that, your body leaves your apartment.
Fuck! Not cool. Not cool at all.
You've turned to the file and tried to edit it by telling it to turn off. You do not have a mark on that file. That's correct. Even though that is a file now existing, you never put a mark on it.
Okay.
So you can't edit. You're like, do shit! Because you've never used these things, the stuff that you're doing, so you're completely out of your element.
I freak out because I realize that I don't have a mark on the system, and then I start putting marks on the system. Okay, I realize I don't have my deck. I look over at Kuma, and I say, Kuma, you have to mark the deck, or mark this file. Mark it! How do we do that? Do it! I don't know. Kuma?
Okay. He buys 1 success.
Oh.
Puts a mark on it for you.
Oh, okay. Kuma, turn off the file.
Bam. He does. The file closes and the world begins to dissolve around you. As it's doing so, all the data begins streaming towards you from every direction, slamming into you. Your sensations go from being just, I'm here, everything's comfortable, to cold, wet. You don't know what the hell's going on, and as your eyes start to come aware of surroundings, you're outside in the rain. You walked right into a security checkpoint. And you walk through it, so you're on the other side. You know what you just did. You're like, fuck, because you can see the Errant security as you're like coming to consciousness. You hear, please get on the ground! As you turn and look over your shoulder, 3 large armored men with shotguns are hauling ass to your position. What were you wearing? Because that's what you're wearing right now outside in the rain.
A shirt and some leggings.
Okay. Yeah, your body just ran through a security checkpoint.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna, I guess, turn to them and put my arms up and be like, I don't know what happened, I'm sorry.
They don't take no shit from you. They immediately run up and grapple you and thrust your arms behind your back. They immediately put your hands behind you and slide you into some handcuffs.
Okay. What did I do? What happened?
One says, "Where's your ID?"
Shit, I don't have my comm on me, do I?
Who are you?
My name is Laura Doris. I left my comm back in my apartment.
Okay. The Knight Errant cop pulls his little flashy badge thing up, hand camera, sticks it up to your face, goes, check this one out. Then he leans back and he looks over at the other guy and is just like,
holy shit, this one's got a record.
Son of a bitch.
Bam. And you're under arrest. Don't worry, Kat still has access to your identification. She can order delivery to the apartment. She'll be fine while you're away.
She has her own bank account, too.
She's not going to spend her money.
Rude.
I know. She's got to feed Kuma something.
Thanks for listening to the original Box Set Shadowrun podcast. Our runners will pick up where we left off in 2 weeks. In the meantime, you can connect with us via Facebook or YouTube to check out actual play videos of the original box set playing Shadowrun and other tabletop RPGs. You can also swing by our website at originalboxset.com and check out our gaming calendar, additional information about our games, and images that inspire our worlds and characters. And if you're enjoying our work, please consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/originalboxset so that we can continue to bring you this podcast as well as other great actual plays and entertainment. Our intro and exit music is titled Epic Song from Alpha Brutal, and trust me, the whole song's pretty epic, so check it out. We'll catch you in 2 weeks, chummers.
And now for all this legal dreck. Original Box Set is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial 4.0 International License. You can share us, but please give us credit. The Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership over the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sounds, audio, video, and/or any proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to Original Box Set, that's us, to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and/or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Original Box Set in any official capacity whatsoever. Oh my goodness, that's so much. Okay, bye.